Imagine a survival game that doesn't just push you to endure, but challenges you to master the ages of civilization itself. In Vintage Story, you'll start with nothing, just an empty inventory, but you can make stone tools and farm through the wilderness as you grind, craft and explore. You'll climb up the ladder from the Stone Age all the way up to the Age of Steel. There's so much to explore in Vintage Story, and it is kind of like Minecraft 2.0. I know we're all waiting for Hightail, but this may just be the next binge. Vintage Story is a survival voxel game that emphasizes progression through historical ages, and it's ridiculously difficult to start off with. If you ever played Minecraft, specifically modded Minecraft, and you played the mod pack RL Craft, it's basically like a fully fledged version of that mod pack. The way you craft tools is really interesting and unique and completely different to the way Minecraft does it. You actually have to shape the tool that you need. It's a perfect amalgamation of Tinkers and RL Craft and a bunch of other like Minecraft mods, but in a raw vanilla package. It's really cool. So you start with nothing in the Stone Age as you forage, hunt and craft to survive, obviously the normal survival elements of any game of this type. But the cool thing is that you progress through ages by mastering different materials, so you can get copper pickaxes and tools, bronze, iron, and you can build all the way up to eventually steel. And the way you do this is similar to how Tinker's tools works, where you have to actually use molds to make tool parts, which is really cool in my opinion. One of my favorite features of Tinker's, and it's my probably favorite mod of all time. I love the way that this game has done the progression like this. It's a massive open world, it's procedurally generated, it's the same as Minecraft in terms of how the world is developed, but it's developed by Anado Studios and it's been out since 2016, but I only recently heard about it from a friend of mine, and I am genuinely shocked. So I reached out to the devs when I heard about the game and asked them if they would be happy to send me a key, and they did. So huge thanks to Anado for sending the keys over. That's really great of you, and I'm actually having a lot of fun. And I probably will do a full playthrough series if that's of interest. Let me know in the comments. So, the gameplay mechanics. You begin with the core survival elements, which is foraging, crafting, fighting, and managing through the seasons. But there are realistic mechanics like food going bad. You have body temperature that you need to take into account, and there's also block physics, so you can't just build whatever you want and it'll just stay there. You have to use the right type of builds and you need to support it properly. There's also a progression system where you start with the basic tools and obviously you gradually advance using more mechanized processes and automation. And there's a bunch of flexibility as well, so you can play peaceful and do hardcore as well. And there's also a mode that is very similar to RL Craft, where if you die, it teleports you, I believe, 5,000 blocks from where you died. So it makes it pretty difficult for you to get your stuff back. It's also, compared to Minecraft's progression, it feels the same so far, but more challenging. However, there is a very robust guide that you can access in the game that's really useful. So definitely something that I would recommend checking out if you're new. There's like a starter checklist and starter tasks that you can go through that guide you through the first, I don't know, half an hour of the game to get you up to speed. And then there's some more advanced checklists and tasks that you can go through that just help you along. Minecraft doesn't really have that, built front and center. The graphics are really cool. It's like Minecraft, but with shaders. The quality of the textures are higher, and it feels like there's a bit more variety in the landscapes in terms of like block types and stuff like that, as well as the fauna and flora basically everywhere. It's also, like I said, procedurally generated. There's a bunch of different stuff. It's similar to most voxel survival games in that aspect. The sounds are really interesting though. The soundscape's quite nice. It feels a bit more present. That's the only way I can sort of describe it. But there's also like interesting in-game events. So there's a temporal storm, which I haven't experienced yet. So I I'm not too familiar with what that is. I'm excited to find it though. It happens after a few days that you've been playing. So I think I saw a thing in the chat, in the in-game chat, which was like 11 days until first temporal storm or something like that. So I'm interested to see what that is. It's available on PC. You can pick it up on their website. Link will obviously be in the description. And it's pretty smooth. The customization for the graphics is, like if you have shaders on. And it's really easy to set up and customize. And there's a bunch of presets that fit every type of computer. So you could play it on basically everything, I would say. One of the unique things is how much replayability there is, because you can add different challenges. So when you start a new world, you don't just pick the world type. You can actually select the class you want to play in, which is like the Origins mod. You can pick what you want to do and what buffs and what debuffs you want to start with. It's really good and adds a bit of uniqueness to every time you play. It's got multiplayer as well, so you can get a bunch of friends and you can all play different classes and have different experiences through your gameplay. And I think that's actually pretty cool. It just gives the game a bit more longevity over time. If you get bored, you can just start a new world, add a different type of challenge, and change your class. And you've got an entire, new 5,000 hours to play through. But it's really interesting. And it's built from the ground up with mod support, which is really cool. It means that, unlike another game that we all know, you can actually build mods and not face the challenges that you face with other games. It's supported, it's built from the ground up, so they encourage people to make mods. It's part of Vintage Story's makeup, I guess. It's worth the price, I would say. It's definitely something that, if you are unsure, it's going to be a bit tricky to give a go, especially because you can buy it through their website. It's not on Steam, as far as I'm aware. I could be wrong, but I don't believe it's on Steam. And it's one of those games where if you love this genre, try it. Just try it. Just give it a go. You won't regret it. You need to put some time into learning how it works, and you will be constantly learning because it's different throughout. I've only made it barely into the Stone Age. There's so much more. So there's going to be a lot of learning, and it gave me the feeling of the first time I played Minecraft. Like, I sort of saw a game that I can realize spending a lot of time in, and I'm super excited for that. So, my recommendation is, if you love the genre, and you love Minecraft, and you love the modded Minecraft experience, then give it a go. Just give it a go. I don't think you'll regret it, to be honest. And, it's more of a challenge, which I feel like people who've grown up playing Minecraft like myself are looking for. That's why we mod the game. And I feel like it just gives me more of a harder experience, which is something that, like Minecraft Hardcore, sure, great, but it doesn't really change the game. It just changes, like, I can only die once. There's no, like, difficulty ramp. So, yeah, I would say try it. Honestly, it's not that expensive, and there's bundles as well. So if you buy 4, you get a discount. So if you have 4 friends and you all want to try it and you can set up your own server, then just give it a go. You get I'm not sure what the discount is, but you get a pretty decent discount as far as I can remember. But if you played it, let me know in the comments what your favourite part of Vintage Story is. And yeah, if you like this style of content as well, then just leave a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. And we'll be diving into some other games real soon, so, turn notifications on as well.